Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done one of these book reviews, so today I am going to review Advanced Soap Making, Removing the Mystery from Soap Making, obviously. Okay, I bought this book. I think it was maybe the second soap making book that I ever purchased. It is definitely a good buy. Everything in here is all natural, so all the recipes, everything you use, ingredients are all natural. Some things I really love about this book is how in depth it goes with every single oil and additive that you could ever think of to put in your soap. Like, look at this page. Okay, this is crazy. On this page we have walnut oil, watermelon oil, wheat germ oil. Okay, I've never even heard of watermelon oil in soap, but great properties. So it also tells you things like and value, which is important for soap making, the fatty acids that are in it, the shelf life. So this one that tells you 1+ years. It says watermelon seed is also known as Octigia. Maybe I should not read this. I don't know how to say these words. It's also known as some other word in Africa. Watermelon seeds are removed from the rind and allowed to dry outside in the sun. Once dried, the seeds are then pressed to extract the oil. As it is a mild oil, it's quite popular in baby products because it's more exotic and expensive. It's often used in small amounts in soap as a super fatting oil. In soap, watermelon oil contributes to a conditioning bar with a stable lather. So, to me, when I read this, it'd probably be something how you kind of use with like, or that you might be more familiar with is like castor oil. It sounds like you could do that and maybe replace that since it's something that you use to super fat and, have a little bit more of a lather. But like I was saying, it also has all of the oils and butters in it. It tells you what the general qualities are for each type of oil. So it explains the terminology for you, so I probably could have found that there. And lets you know if it's steric, that means it's going to be, or if it's hard and cleansing and stuff like that. If you're into goat's milk soap, it has a whole section dedicated to making goat's milk soap. I've never done it with goat milk, but I have done it with coconut milk, and almond milk, and it's fairly similar to what you would do if you're interested in that. And it has, just in the back, it has 2 recipes, but I think it has another recipe somewhere in this book on goat's milk if you want to do that. Okay, this is the other part I was looking for. So just like the oils, it has a whole section with additives, and each additive, it explains what it is, why you might use it, how to use them in your soap, what makes them popular, that sort of thing. So it's awesome. And then it also goes into infused oils in the section where it's talking about some of the floral and herbs that you can add into it. Then there's chapter 7, coloring your soaps with natural colors, coloring your soaps with natural colors. It tells you on this page the herb or the ingredient and then what color that's going to turn into. And then it also kind of explains like how some of this can, the pigment color can change and stuff like that. Also has a section on clays. If you're interested in clays, I love using clays in my soap. It tells you what the clays are called, other common names, why you might use the clay, like for example, French green clay. It says it's superb for drawing toxins from the skin. This green clay is often used in soaps for oily and acne-prone skin. It can impart a natural green color to your soap. Which leads me to my next point. My favorite recipe in this book is the palm-free peppermint and tea tree oil soap. I sell this in my Etsy shop. It does fairly well. the thing I like about this soap is it's super moisturizing. Obviously, you can use it like on your face, so I use it as a facial bar. I gave some of it to my mother. She has just really dry skin in general. She uses it all over. She said it helped take away like her dry patches because she has some dry patchy areas. Now that's just, some firsthand feedback. My customers, they usually leave a 5-star review in my shop, so that's also something that's good. Some of them don't bother to write a full review. They just, go ahead and hit the stars, which is well appreciated, so no complaints there. I would say that's my favorite recipe in this book. There are lots of recipes in this book, though, if that's what you're looking for. Let's see. Chapter 11 is about salt bars, and then there's some design stuff if you want to do like embeds or in the pot swirl, stuff like that. Tells you how to do, let's see, I don't never even get to this page back here, but it's about beveling and cutting your soap. And then there is all this awesome troubleshooting. I love these in soap books. Most of them have a lot of the same troubleshooting errors and like things to do. Some of them do a better job of breaking it down. This book is just really straightforward and to the point. It will say, for example, problem, grainy or riced. This is when the finished soap appears to look grainy or looks like pieces of rice throughout. I've had this happen to me a couple times, usually with spicy fragrance oils if I'm using fragrance oils. But this says how to avoid soap appears to be grainy and rice, usually an aesthetic issue. The soap can still likely be used, but its appearance may not be suitable for sale. And then it tells you to go to page 142 for how to adjust your recipe. There's also a little resource section in here, and it has, a bunch of places where to purchase things for your soap. I've used quite a few of these. Some of them I've never really taken the time to, but there's like a lot. It's not just soap either. It's got like labels and stuff like that, which I've used some of these companies for. Some of them I'm not quite at the volume to use because you have to have like a minimum order of thousands and thousands, and I'm not quite there. But anyway, I hope you guys like this review on the advanced soap making. I will leave a link in the description. I do not, again, disclaimer, do not, have anything to do with this book. I just like it. I just wanted to give you soap makers some knowledge or resource information where to get soap making information. So I would say definitely buy it. The only drawback, I forgot to tell you guys the drawbacks of this book. The only thing I do not like about this book is that there are no pictures. Absolutely no pictures. It's just black and white reading. If you can't live by that, or you are one of those people that needs pictures, it's probably not the book for you. But it has a lot of good recipes, a lot of good information, especially if you're maybe have a few batches under your belt and you want a little bit more advanced techniques. Okay, so thank you all for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe.